Oh, there's this to the corner. What the fuck? Second place, and Goku's just falling down the order now as well as Hero gets up into P3. Pepper's gonna go down the inside for the lead here in Indianapolis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pummu Indycar series. We are here in Austin, Texas. We're at the Circuit of the Americas. Joining me today, of course, is the lovely War Sniper, the actual Texan. This is him. This is his home race. This
is my home race.
They appear to be having problems under pacing, trying to get up the hill. But yeah, we're here for round 7, 8. It's one of those. one of those numbers. Actually, I would give that number right now. We are here at round 8. Here in the Pummu Indycar series, we are halfway there through the season. So, anyways, we're pacing here in Austin. And I guess I will let my co-commentator here handle the qualifying order as we head into the final sector. Okay, that leaderboard is interesting. I did not know World Endurance was racing here.
Well, ignoring that leaderboard, so today we had an interesting qualifying. One of our drivers, I will list him off shortly, is not actually going to start the race today, despite qualifying pretty decently. So let's start with Pepper. He got pole position. Very nice from him. We got Mitch following up. King, who are second in our championship right now for the driver's title. We got Ice after that, who was not too long ago just a reserve driver recently. Got signed on, I believe, by ICRL. Waiting to confirm that. After that, we got Sail in 5th, Waffle after him in 6th, Cyber 7th, Beans is going to be 8th, 9th is going to be Gan. And after that, we would have had Little Man. He was the one who did not start today.
Oh, there's been a wreck in the back.
That is going to be Sail and Dambo. Uh-oh.
Well, anyways, green flag in the air here at Coda. As War was saying, Little Man has forfeited his qualifying position, I guess? Oh, Ice in the inside wall there into turn 1, a bunch of cars running wide. As a result of that, they all make it out of the corner quite well. I believe that's our top 3 running away from the rest of the field. Actually, that's King on the inside of King.
Ooh, no. That is not ideal. That is very high-speed corners there. You did not want to be going too side-by-side in that area.
Yeah, we'll go and watch Beans here. He hasn't had the best of qualifyings, I believe. Oh, and look at Creamy there. He's gonna force Doge off of the track there we saw for a second. Into the hairpin before the long backstretch. Beans looked for the inside of Waffles. Waffles actually gets bumped by him and will go out into the gravel there. Absolutely no grip there on that outside line if you end up in the gravel.
I think you might be interested in this. Mitch has stated in the driver's communications that they wish to work with King. They might be pulling a sign here soon enough.
Yeah, we will go on board with King here for this battle for second place here, but Ice is actually caught right up to this battle as well. Tried to get a trackside camera of this battle. Unfortunately, in my short list of names I have, King and Mitch are not on it. So we will just ride on board with King here as they go through the final 2 corners. Pepper goes very wide there in the front, but he keeps it out of the gravel. The gravel at this track is an absolute death trap. We saw a few instances during practice and qualifying. You get in the gravel there, you get stuck in the gravel. It is like you are driving on a completely frozen road. But at the end of lap 1, it is Pepper in the lead with a bit of a commanding lead so far. It is Michael in second, King in third, Ice in fourth, Cyber and Subfocus battling for fifth. Waffles looking to to recover some positions. He's down to seventh. Doge and Beans, eighth and ninth. Gan, Baron, Danbo, and then Cell will wrap up the rest of the field. A very tame start here at Coda, but this battle for second is sure to ramp up as the race continues.
I should say, Dilwich hasn't had an extremely great start. Looking at my list here, he started 12th. He is in 6th. That's his 6th place this season.
Oh, and they're side by side down the backstretch out of that hairpin for second place. They're gonna go into this huge braking zone. This is about the only place on the track you reach top speed. They're both gonna overshoot the corner. They both keep it out of the gravel trap. It's gonna be King on the inside and King into second place as they go through this these very tricky and high-speed corners. About the slowest part of the track though, and it's still very quick.
Dilwich might be moving up into 5th here, if he can get a good run. Ooh, he does not make the run.
Who is Doge battling? Oh, Waffles?
He's battling both Waffle and Cyber, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so as King secures the second place for the moment, we will go to this battle here on the trackside cameras because Oh, Dilge! Now on the inside, it looked like there for a second. I have learned that it is actually vision lag and Waffles is behind these two. Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, vision lag. Anyways, into turn 1 they go. Cyber down the inside of Subfocus. There, he's not going to be able to get a front wing in there, though. He's not close enough to make it work. I wish I had a trackside camera of them. This would be really convenient. Oh, Cyber into the wall!
He's into the wall. That is going to lose him a lot of time. Bean's just going to make a pass.
Oh, and Dilge is wide, and going into the S's, or going out of the S's, excuse me, that's gonna allow Waffles to move up. And just like that, that's how quickly the order of this race can change. Around, see how the rest of the field is doing this battle for second. Still continuing. King, as we saw just a lap ago, was able to get up into second, and Michael slow out of the final corner. What has happened to Pepper? Pepper has had some sort of mistake this lap. King's up into the lead. I was wondering where Pepper was. I thought Pepper just managed to build a massive gap, but he must have had big contact with the wall that lap. He's down to third position and looking to try and catch back up to Michael. He's lucky that he didn't lose more time or he would be having to battle Ice at the moment, but he's at the least lucky enough to have to deal with that with another battle after losing that position. What has happened to our race leader? Oh, and Dilge out into the gravel trap out of the final corner. This is your battle for 7th at the moment. That's going to allow Doge to get a run on him down the front stretch. Is he close enough to make a move into turn 1? He's not. And out of turn 1, downhill they go towards barreling towards the S's, really. Is the only proper way to describe that run you get going downhill. Through the S's they go. Subfocus again runs a little bit wide. That's going to allow Doge to go down his inside on that long right-hander. And by the time they get out of the S's, Doge is already ahead and building a bit of a gap once again. Oh, and Michael has made a mistake somewhere similar to Pepper, and now he's behind Ice. Ice is moving to the side and lifts and let Michael back through. So Ice recognizes that Michael is the faster driver, maybe their teammates, something of that sort. But oh, you don't want to be in the grass in the braking point there. We saw just how little grip he had there, how little braking power he had. we're gonna ignore the Discord ping I just got because I forgot to go on Do Not Disturb. Anyways, moving on. So it is now King in the lead. Pepper looking to catch
Ooh,
up to
Dambo into the
King.
wall. Dambo into the wall into
Dambo
gravel.
into the wall and then into the gravel trap there, just as War was saying. It is very hard to recover out of the gravel, as there we see Gan also into the gravel there. That was a very odd place to go wide, actually. I'm kind of surprised that we even saw Gan go wide there, but
Okay, I apologize if you already mentioned it, but it seems like Ciel is out.
I did not mention that at all, so thank you, actually. So we already have our first retiree of the day. I almost said our second retiree, but that's just not how it works. I believe we have also lost Cyber as well. So, excuse me, it is our second retiree of the day. Um, and there we see Baron is actually stranded in the gravel at that at the in the corner before the backstretch. He might be stranded. He might be done for the day as well. So we might lose three competitors there. No, he's trying to get out the gravel. Look, he just can't turn. He doesn't have the grip to turn to get out of the gravel. And I mean, this is just to show how little grip you have here once you're in the gravel. We will move on from someone else, and we hope that Baron is at the least unharmed by his excursion. There we see Michael going very wide. Michael might be struggling on his tires. He's making a lot of mistakes through this final sector, and that's actually going to allow Ice to go down his inside and move past him. So Michael might be struggling to cope with the tire wear here. He's really fallen off pace here.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Baron managed to get back on track. So, we got that going for us.
We will now follow Ice. Okay. We will now follow Ice and Michael's battle here for third position. Ice had let him pass earlier, though now it seems that after watching Michael go off track a few more times than I imagine Ice suspected him to, it seems that Ice is now interested in trying to capitalize on this lack of pace here. As we mentioned last weekend, Ice was a substitute driver, I believe, for Triff and the ICR. Oh, Ice almost into the gravel. He's gonna have to lose some time there to avoid it. Luckily, he doesn't lose out too much as they go out of this hair or go into this hairpin. Excuse me. But yeah, as we mentioned last race weekend, it was Ice was a substitute driver for Triff and the ICRL Motorsports team, I believe it's called. Ice, we mentioned a few times that Ice's performance was actually quite pretty average, actually, compared to all the rest of the drivers. But I mean, what more can you expect from a substitute driver? Well, now you're looking at a full-time driver. After his performance and New Jersey Motorsport part, Ice actually did get signed to a full-time seat here in ICRL. As I'm talking about him, he goes into the gravel out of that corner, and that's going to compromise his run through these corners. But Michael is not close enough to be able to capitalize on this, as we see at the top of the screen that the drivers now have to alert race control when they're pitting. Probably a very good idea. Lets them keep track of them. There we saw in the background Waffle is out of the final corner, runs wide and into the gravel trap. He's able to keep it out of the corner, but that's not going to help him any. He's actually in the grass into turn one. Just tried to extend the corner a little bit too much and went wide, slid to the grass. You get absolutely no braking power once you're off track here And there we saw Waffle was just unable to make the corner, and might be he might have just given up his chance to get into the top 5 here. But you never know, it's not the end of the race. We have a caution.
Caution.
And I will try and figure out who's the
Oh.
caution for.
There's a vehicle flipped over.
Who?
Apologies.
Who?
I couldn't get a name. It was it was at turn 9. Interesting.
Well, we had a car flipped upside down. We no longer have a car flipped upside down. Last weekend, we also saw the caution come out and a few people dive into pit road to get a cheap pit stop. However, as we saw there, the pits are now closed, so that mistake has been fixed. The pits are supposed to close when the caution came out, which was why I was a little confused to see people pitting when the caution came out last weekend.
Okay, so a little update. I believe it was Mitch that actually flipped.
Alright. Who? Sorry, I accidentally played a video on Discord.
Okay.
Anyways, we're under caution here. Who was it again? Sorry?
Michael.
Oh, it was Michael?
I believe so. He's no longer in the race.
Oh, no. Yeah, anyways.
Crazy.
Oh, yes, sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't even say anything this time. We have 3 retirees and did not start. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is quite unfortunate. It is. This caution is going to be very helpful for Baron. We saw that he was stuck in the gravel trap just a few laps ago, as the pits are open now, and I will be very surprised to see who doesn't pit here, but there we saw Baron, or actually who will pit here, sorry, and it will be King, it will be everyone going into pit road. King looked like he was, and Waffle has been pushed into the pit barrier there in the background, but we saw there King made a very late pit entry there. I believe that's because he didn't want to pit, but saw the rest of the field starting to go towards the commitment line and realized that maybe that's not the smartest idea. We'll wait to see who comes out of pit road first here. And it will be, oh my goodness, that was very close, but it will be King still in the lead. It'll be Subfocus up into third with Beans in fourth, I believe at the least. So we get ready to go green here, going into the final few corners here. Again, as I said earlier, it'll be King in the lead. We saw a couple of good restarts for King last weekend, I believe, at least. Let's see if he's going to be able to replicate any of that. Into the final corner we go. And here we go to field. Coming out of the final corner, Pepper looking to push King up a little bit. Subfocus is going to jump the start entirely. It'll be green flag in the hair here at Coda. Waffles has also gotten a very good start there, we saw. And into turn 1 they go. It's going to be Subfocus down the inside of King. They're going to go side by side for the lead. But it's going to be King who will hold on to the lead. Dilge may have been asked to yield the position. They're still side by side, but Subfocus is going to have the inside into this long right-hander here. And out the left-hander there, a little bit of a chicane there. Pepper is now part of this battle as they barrel towards this hairpin into the backstretch. Pepper down the inside of King for the lead. King into the gravel trap. That's going to destroy his run. He's going to make contact with Subfocus as well. Out the corner, Subfocus now on the rear wing of Pepper, and Pepper has been asked to concede the position. So Pepper has That move has been deemed to be illegal. He sent it too hard, and he's gonna have to give up the lead to Subfocus. That might allow King to move up as well, and it will. So Pepper just sent it a little bit too hard for Race Control's liking. They're 3 wide just behind them going into these final few corners. Pepper down the inside of Subfocus again. Pepper
Waffle
with
has
a
hit a
very
wall.
aggressive move. Waffle has been in the wall. He's in the gravel trap there on the other side. Defense King down the inside of Pepper through this like triple apex corner and into the final 2 corners. It'll be King in the lead once again. Pepper will hold on to second. Subfocus, I mean, he had a really great restart, but not a very good final sector. He will be down into 3rd position. Still a good restart though. He's in this battle. We'll wait and see. Very long front stretch here, and uphill they go. Will Pepper make a move down the inside? He's gonna give King a bit of a bump. They're gonna go side by side as they go back downhill and towards the S's. It's gonna be King in the lead. He's gonna hit a bump. He's gonna bump into Pepper. Oh my goodness, Pepper gets inches away from annihilating himself into an inside wall. And actually, Pepper's gonna be down that inside there and into this sort of chicane. Pepper's gonna take a tighter line, but his run's gonna get blocked by King. And so this battle will continue on as they head towards the backstretch. We saw a too aggressive move there from Pepper last lap. He's learned his lesson. Subfocus is into the gravel, and that's gonna separate him from this battle even more. Doge almost around in the background there as I was swapping cameras. I feel like I just stole your thunder, sorry. Oh, Pepper is right on the rear wing as they go down the backstretch. It has not took Pepper that long to delete what just a few corners ago was a comfortable lead. And into this hairpin, will Pepper think about making a move? He will not. He's not close enough, and this corner that corner's not really tight enough for you to make a move. It's the hardest braking zone in the track, but it's not really a good overtaking corner as we've seen. Through this corner we go. What has happened to Ice? I thought Ice was in 3rd, but no, never mind, sorry. Excuse me, no, I had a brain fart. Anyways, Pepper's about 2 car lengths away from King as they go into the penultimate corner. And what I thought was going to be a nice little break from a battle for the lead has turned into essentially just a recharge of the battery. Now, what's about to be interesting...
ran wide and allowing Ice to get a little bit closer to him. Here for, I believe it's going to be P7. Sorry, go on.
And as we go through... Oh, King into the inside wall!
King, oh, goodness.
And that's gonna allow
on the
Pepper...
other side of the track is in the gravel trap.
I was just about to mention that as well. I was seconds away from mentioning Baron and stranded again in yet another gravel trap, this one in turn 1. And just as I was about to speak, it was King into the inside wall there. We saw it happen to CC too many times last weekend. It is now King's turn, it seems. He has managed to recover before Dilge and Beans could catch up, though having a visual on what could probably be Dilge's target right now probably is going to help him. I think that is Beans into the inside wall there, and it is. So that will allow Doge to get past him as well. He's actually going to take avoiding action to avoid Beans and will run to the gravel, but he's able to keep it facing forward out of the corner. What is with these guys and running into the inside wall?
They try to push it to the limit, and unfortunately the limit is the wall when you're not that good.
Yeah, they try to push it. They try to push the limits as far as they can, and unfortunately for them, sometimes the limit is a solid concrete barrier. Oh, we go on board with Dambo here. This is I hate to say it, but sort of the battle for last position. But Waffle sent it down the inside of Dambo there in that corner. That was a very opportunistic move from Waffles there. He hasn't had the best of races so far, but he's still showing that he can be quite an aggressive driver. I mean, we've seen a handful of well-placed moves from Waffles, I believe at least. If my memory serves me correctly, we might only have 8 cars left running at the moment. We have lost Gan now, so that that Texas heat might be getting to these drivers, you know?
Goodness. I didn't even notice again. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's not been a good race for a handful of these drivers, and I believe I feel like that we're not going to see another retiree. But if we were, it might be Danbo. In this
We
whatever livery thing he made.
we started with 14 drivers, one of which did not even start, and the rest. Oh goodness. Out of the rest, just absolutely absurd. 4 of them retired.
I am so happy that you kept talking there because I was about to say something happened to King when that's just not even true whatsoever. I just.
Commentators lies.
We have the commentator's curse, what about the commentator's wrath?
When we intentionally want someone to. Oh goodness.
Yeah, like when we say Pepper's having a very good race so far, and then,
I don't think that's no, no. I don't think that's
Pepper,
the.
I'm gonna be honest, Pepper may, and I know it's very it's very convenient that we just talked about the commentator's curse and everything, but I genuinely want to believe that Pepper is somehow immune to the commentator's curse. Because think about all the times that I have jokingly said it, or not even jokingly,
That is
like
true.
genuinely meant it as well.
That is
Just
true.
in just a handful of races this
Oh,
season where Pepper
you ran a
has
little bit wider.
no, we're not. Don't try to paint me in a bad picture, whatever the saying is. I don't know.
Oh, meanwhile we got Doge and Ice and a little bit of a battle, a little bit of scuffle
Oh
going in
yeah.
the hairpin here.
Oh, Doge down the inside of Ice here. Ice is gonna not have that much grip out the corner, but he's able to, at the least, keep it side by side with Doge, though that run might allow him to clear before they get into this next braking zone. It's a little hard to tell when I'm lagging every few seconds, but Doge will clear Ice as they go into this second hairpin here. So, a very quick and easy battle there for the two of them. Doge with that inside lane there into the going into the
I just
backstretch,
get
it
run though.
allows for him to get the move done. Ice looking to try and set something up here.
Not sure what it is, but it's something. Sorry, was did race control say for something?
No, just ignore it.
Oh.
And the people that saw that on this recording, no, you didn't. Anyways.
Got the got that little memory flash device, make them forget that it ever happened.
Yeah, man, does my pen look a little weird? Boop, and now you forgot. You're done. What if I said like, yeah, man, oh, King into the wall there! Out of the corner, hits the wall at an awkward angle that's gonna cost him a
Oh,
lot of
Pepper's into the
speed.
gravel, but he's managed to keep it going.
Yeah, a lot of drivers have ventured out into that gravel trap there that we almost conveniently got a freeze frame of thanks to my Wi-Fi. Um, But yeah, a lot of drivers, um, sort of pushing that braking point there into that hairpin a little bit too hard, and they just keep overshooting it. Maybe it's the tire wear as well. I imagine that the tire wear around this track, especially through the S's, has to be quite detrimental to these drivers. I mean, we saw with Michael, I mean, one of his first times ever driving just got obliterated by his tire wear and ended up retiring from the race because of it. I think, at least.
All right, now we got a kind of an interesting spectacle between Doge and Beams. Doge trying to make a move for that 4th place.
Oh, they're side by side. Through this super long right-hander and into the penultimate corner. Doge is gonna have the better line. Bean's gonna keep it around the outside, and that's sub-focus into the gravel trap.
Dear.
He's gonna rejoin the track into this battle, basically.
That's
so
the most safe rejoining, but
yeah, not the most ideal, but at least he didn't make contact with anyone. We'll see if Beans will make a move here into turn 1. He's gonna send it into the rear end of Doge, use him as a brake, sort of, and that's gonna allow him to move up into 3rd position now, actually, because of that mistake from Subfocus. I will be a little curious to see if Race Control will let that move stand. However, I believe so far it will stand. So Beans not having the best corners through the S's now, that's actually going to allow Doge to make up for it. He might send it down the inside here in this hairpin. He's looking for the inside. He isn't late breaking point though. Oh, Dilge!
Oh, and he's off. And he's off into the
gravel.
Dilge
off into the gravel there. He hit the inside curb, and it caused his front wheel to gain air, and just, you sort of need that tire to be on the ground for grip, you know.
You certainly do, yeah. Goodness. That's not ideal.
Oh, Doja's overshot the corner there. Dilge's also overshot the corner by a mile. Actually, what has happened to Dilge? He has had a very strong fall off on pace, and now Ice is actually probably going to be looking to make a move here on Doja as he goes very tight through that corner. That's going to allow Ice to get a better exit out the corner, but he's not going to be able to get enough of one to have a run on him into the penultimate corner. And there we see a lot of these drivers are starting to struggle with their tires. I mean, just as I talked about earlier, I imagine the tire wear around here is probably quite high. And it appears to be catching a lot of these drivers very off guard. So far, it seems that King and Pepper have been able to cope with it at the least.
Looking at the comms, it seems like
Ice around the outside of Doge into turn 1. What a move! He's gonna clear him before they get to the S's. But will we be able to hold on to this position through the S's, though? And these are a very fast-paced, very hard corners to get right. But Ice seems to have done his job and is going to be able to hold on to this position at the moment. Waffles is now part of this battle as well. He's going to be right on the bumper of Doge, and let's see what Doge's defense will be like from Waffles, or if he will... What's that saying? They're both into the gravel! Oh, and Doge almost spins out as well. He's able to save it
allows Waffles to make the move, though.
Yeah, Waffles will be clear of both of them. Just those two drivers trying to push the braking point just a little too far, trying to outbrake each other. I have lag going into the corner, and the last thing we saw was Waffles swerve towards the apex like a mile too early, and now he's wide and into the gravel there, or almost into the gravel. He's gonna have the inside of Ice here. And into this long right-hander is gonna be Waffles up ahead of Ice here. And Pepper's in pit road. Pepper and King into pit road. Oh, and Pepper's gonna be out
Oh,
first, and he's gonna make contact with King. That's gonna that's gonna hurt
not the
King's
ideal
pit
line you
stop a
want to
little
take.
bit. We have Waffles into pit road as well. I
We
can't
have
see
ice
the.
under the wall. Pit lane.
There's always someone. So it's Waffles, Doge, and Ice into pit road as well. King will come out just behind Beans. That is not going to help him, and he's gonna have to get past Beans this lap, really. Oh, and that going over that curb isn't going to help him either. We saw King on two wheels. Oh, and Beans
Oh,
is into
Beans
the
hit him
wall. Oh, and
and
he's gonna
collected by
come
Dilge.
out. Dilge. Well, that's also not going to help, I don't think.
Goodness.
That was about as unsafe of a rejoin as you can get, really. And that
Yeah.
has probably annihilated Subfocus's race. However, I don't really know who he's racing at the moment. I was just talking about how King was gonna have to get past Beans as well as soon as possible, and it seems that King placed a very well placed shot into his tire or something. I don't really know.
Well, as you would seem, it seems like it's beaten Subfocus from that battle. Below Subfocus, we got Doge, and then see where we land after that.
Yeah, speaking of Doge, still
Actually,
struggling. You
Waffles.
mean you mean after that pit stop, Doge is struggling with his tires, or at the least struggling with that corner. Again, he goes wide into the gravel trap, almost loses the rear end, trying to get back on the throttle as well. Again, he's able to save it though, but just not working out for Doge at the moment. It's really not working out for a lot of these drivers at the moment. Instead, we see
Well,
the
on the lap 20.
leaderboard getting
Or
reset
21,
there
sorry.
in case you were curious why the leaderboard disappeared. So we Pepper in the lead still. It'll be King in second. It'll be Dilge and Beans at the moment battling for third. They're both into pit road actually. Waffles and Doge out of the final corner. Let's see if they're going to be able to get past these two. I would assume they are. So Waffles and Doge, their battle will turn into the battle for P3. Doge is going to be able to get out of pit road much earlier than Beans as well. Between these two, they might actually get out of pit road in front of Dambo at the least. Dilges. Dambo's gonna send it down the inside of Subfocus. Subfocus saw it coming and was able to do a little bit of a switchback move there and hold on to that position to be in front of Dambo. That was a very smart move from Subfocus to just let Dambo overshoot the corner, avoid the contact, and just moves right back in front of them.
You know what is absolutely absurd?
Hmm.
For any of the drivers on track right now, as long as they finish the race, the least amount of points that they can receive is half of a win. is nearly half of a win.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, at this point, I mean, even if you're struggling on pace, even if you don't have the pace to be anywhere near a person at right now with 5 laps to go here, or going towards 4 laps to go, actually, even if you do not have pace to keep up with anyone, you can still get a very big point haul here. I mean, this is a very big point haul for Pepper. I mean, Pepper and King first and second in this race, first and second in the standings as well. And I mean, it's for good reason as well. I mean, here we see our battle for third, and on the entirely opposite side of the track, it is our battle for first. Which really isn't a battle at the moment, it's more of a survival of it's more of a battle to see who survives.
it is a. I was gonna use a Formula One reference for this, but I think I have made enough of those.
No, we're at Coda. It's fine.
I was gonna compare it to Verstappen and Checo, and hoping to God that Checo did not run off. into a
Okay.
wall or something.
Alright, alright.
Uh,
Alright, you hear it here first, folks. War is anti-Checo. The entire Mexican army and or cartel will be on war's doorstep tomorrow. We here in the Pummu Indycar, Ice was actually a centimeter from ending his race. Ending his race, into an
Meetings
inside
race.
barrier. Yep. Can't say what I was going to originally say, but you probably get the
Remember, we're
idea.
in a booth.
It is quite shocking that we only have 8 cars remaining in this race. I mean, we had a caution, we had a couple of almost spin outs, and it's still Pepper in the lead
Oh,
through it all.
and that is so focused wide, allowing Beans to possibly make a move, but he's
Oh,
blocking off Beans.
he's gonna have to inside in this corner. No, he's gonna switch around. He might look for the switch back in this corner. It's gonna get no, it's not gonna get blocked. But Dilge is gonna be able to have a better run out of the corner and through this
That
long
is an
right-hander.
absolute
This is some
shocker.
good battling here for 5th position here into the penultimate corner. We go, it's still gonna go on, and we might be seeing a move for the position into the final corner.
Oh, and
Beans
into the
into
wall.
the inside the wall. He's gonna clip it, but that's not gonna help him. He's gonna lose a lot of time to Dilge because of that contact. I was about to say he needs to wait until turn 1 to make a move, and he got too excited, tried to make a move too early, and there was no room for him. But still, he is quite close. He's going to be able to continue putting pressure on. Oh, maybe not if he runs over that curb again. That curb certainly did not help his run.
Well, we have Ice as well hunting down Beans for his position, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we will see how the end of this race goes for a lot of these drivers. And I mean, it's about to be 3 to go, I believe, once Pepper crosses the line. Wait. Yeah, 3 to go once Pepper crosses the line this time. And this order can change throughout the entire field before we reach the checkered flag. However, I feel almost confident in saying that our podium may not change at all here going to the end of this race. I mean, look at this. Our leader and our second place man are both in turn 2, and the rest of the field is only now entering the final sector of the track.
Yeah, in terms of their pace, last lap, Pepper was actually like hundredths slower than King, so I don't believe it's going to be changing anytime soon.
Yeah, especially not our lead, unless something dramatic happens between those two. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Though, of course, if something does happen, War will be the first one to let us know. Anyways, we will watch this battle for 5th position here. Beans down the inside of Subfocus into turn 1. And he's gonna make the move work. And that is just about the most successful send into turn 1 I've seen all race. Here between these two 3DS's, Beans is not even going to try and make that corner and just cuts it entirely. I'll be interested in knowing whether or not that's allowed. However, at the moment, I'll just assume it is.
I mean, let's be frank. Around here, I think some of the best racing we get is the dirty kind, but that is
Oh,
not the
speaking of
most
dirty
ideal.
Tilge, sends it down the inside of Beans, forces him into the gravel. Ice is gonna be able to get a run as they go down the backstretch. That was an extremely late lunge there from Dilge, very aggressive, and it's gonna cost him the position as well. With Ice, will we send it again? He's a break later than him. or it looked like it, and he has. He's gonna make contact with him. It's gonna send Ice a little bit wide. I lagged there. They might go 3 wide. They will go 3 wide. There's no room for Ice in the inside there, but he forces his way in anyways. We're 2 to
I
go for the
I
leaders
apologize
here.
to
Oh,
interrupt.
Beans into the inside.
I apologize to interrupt, but King has gone from 4 seconds behind Pepper last lap to now 2.
Oh
Well,
boy.
3. Yes, but
Well, we will
oof.
stay. We'll stay with this battle for 5th position, but I would really like it if you kept track of how they are going towards the white flag. At least for the leaders, the Beans into the outside walls. There are 2 to go here for this battle for 5th position, and I believe, as they say in hockey, the gloves have come off between these 2 drivers, and it is all or nothing for those final few points on the final 2 laps here. And I mean, I would love to know what the championship picture is between these 3 drivers. I mean, Ice probably looking to move himself up the order as we head into the later half of the season. And Dilge probably trying to maintain a spot in the top 3 of the championship, if I recall the order correctly, though I'm sure if I'm wrong, I will
Actually,
figure it out.
actually,
Actually, Ice is wide into
no,
the
right now
gravel.
he
I'll
is
let
in
you.
4th though.
Oh, okay. Well, he's trying to become a battle. He's trying to become part of this top 3.
Oh, and Dambo's into the wall.
Yeah, Dambo has
Here,
been lapped by our leaders. King is really gaining on Pepper as the white flag is in the air.
he really is.
Dilge down the inside of Ice as they go out of the backstretch. But that, at the moment, doesn't really pique my interest. King, in that DraftKings livery, is looking to catch up to Pepper in his in his
He
sort of UPS mission winnow car, whatever
is.
it is. And through the S's they go. King just looks to be more comfortable through the S's. And Pepper's really going to have to be careful here on this final lap. He doesn't want to lead every lap and then lose it here on to the final sector. King into the gravel. It's not going to affect him too much. But he is close enough that he's going to start putting pressure here on our race leader. And down the backstretch they go. Meanwhile, towards the back of the field, or what remains of the field, Doge
Oh
has
wow,
had
Bean's
some
making
sort of.
amazing move on Doge.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about that actually. Doge, who was sitting comfortably in P4, is now part of this battle here between the rest of the field. Going into the final sector is our leader Pepper and our second place man King. He gave it everything he got here in the dying laps of this race to catch back up to Pepper. But it may not be enough. Into the penultimate corner they go. Pepper and
People
King
cheering
both
on
go wide.
Pepper.
They go
People
down
cheering
the
on King. Let's
into
see
the
what
final
happens.
corner. King's gonna send it into the final corner, but he's not gonna where it's not gonna work for him. Pepper will win here in Circuit of the Americas. And it will be King in second. Waffles will be in third, and there is a battle for fourth position or third position here. But that final podium. No, the final podium position will go to Waffles. This is your battle for fourth position. Dilge might be able to run away with it, but Ice is looking to be in the top 5 here. Oh, Beans tries to take out Dilge almost there. Not really, but I imagine that's what would have happened there. We saw Doge do a very similar type of scent as well down the inside. It didn't work. The Ice and Beans will go side by side here for what will be the final top 5 position. Beans into the inside wall. That's going to bump Ice hard into the outside wall. Ice is going to block Doge, who is going
Doge
to
is straight into the wall.
who is going to hop over a curve and fly into the wall on the exit of the final corner. And Ice is almost out of fuel. He's lifting. No, he was typing. Excuse me. So there you go. Beans will be your top 5.
Oh,
Will be your final top 5 sitter.
I was about to say, Doge might have almost just sold it to allow Dambo to take his position. from last place, but he recognized that he was not safe there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what
Hmm.
in the world did Dambo just do?
I don't know. Anyways, Pepper, here he is, Pepper, your winner here at Circuit of the Americas in this Pummu, in this IndyCar Classic Victory Lane here. And we have just got word from Race Control that there's actually going to be an investigation on that final corner after the race. So this order might change here from what we're seeing it as right now. But at the moment, what isn't going to change is Pepper will be your winner, King will be in second, Waffles will hold on to the final podium position an entire 48 seconds behind Pepper in third place. Dilge will be in fourth. Beans will hold on to that final top five. Ice will be in sixth. Doge will be in seventh. Dambo will be the last finisher of the race. He will be a lap down in eighth place. And then, of course, we had a handful of retirees as well. Other than that, though, that will be it from me. And anything else you would like to say, Mr. War Sniper, as we look at the quote unquote sexiest driver alive? Oh no.
Nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind immediately. That was just an amazing last lap dash
Oh, someone
by
is stealing
King.
Pepper's car. Oh, and there has been
And then we
a.
have a nuclear bomb that has gone off
There has
in New
been
York. Right.
a.
Um, but no.
Yeah, anyways,
No, that was an amazing last lap dash from King.
yeah, a very good effort to try and recover and try to win. But unfortunately, just not enough for him. Very good effort there. But anyways, with that said, that will be it from us here in the Pummu Pro series. Thank you all for watching. And tune in next weekend as we go back to oval racing at Michigan International Speedway. What is happening? I think I think someone is breaking the game right now. Anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.